talk about my personal experience. Because I am ultimately glad that I went, but I think there's like so much more I could have done there if only I'd been willing to break out of my shell a little bit, and that's sadly not what happened because I was just a nervous wreck the entire time. But we'll get into that. We'll talk about that. So first things first, flying sucks. Like, the flights there and the flights back were just not good. I mean, they were the best the airlines could offer, I suppose, but you know, like, I think once you're past the age of maybe 13, flights just become too cramped for you to enjoy yourself. And these were long flights too. Like, first flight down, it was from Ottawa to Chicago. That was fine because it was like 2 hours, whatever. But then it was from Chicago to San Diego. That was 4 hours, and it was substantially more cramped and uncomfortable. Then on the way back, like, the flight was not until 10:30 at night, and it was like a 5-hour flight from San Diego to Newark, and then a 1-hour flight from Newark back to home to Ottawa. And I swear to God, I get stuck with middle seats every time I fly, and it's just not comfortable. Like, most of the time when I get on a plane, I just want to sleep. And, you know, if I have a window seat, I can just lean up against the wall and do that. I mean, I was still probably going to wake up grumpy and whatnot, but at least I can sleep, right? On the flight down, I will, like, before we got on the flight to San Diego, or rather to Chicago and then to San Diego, interesting thing happened. We passed, my dad and I, because I didn't go by myself, my dad went with me. We passed by our former Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, on the way through security. And I had to do like a double take and talk to my dad. I was like, was that Trudeau just now? And yeah, it was. On arriving in San Diego. Alright, so the weather right there right now is basic summer weather, because, you know, it's in like the very southern tip of California. Like, it's right on the Mexican border. It's like sun and heat, and like there's not a cloud in sight, and San Diego is a beautiful, beautiful city. I mean, I don't really care for, like, you know, seaside cities and whatnot, because, I don't know, the ocean just never ticked all my boxes, but it's still like a beautiful place, and like the hotel we got was really nice, and like all the people that we met there, that we passed by or whatever, like everyone was just like really friendly and chilled out, and I don't know if they were tourists just like us, but you know, I don't believe I ever encountered a single unfriendly person in San Diego, which is great. But the hotel we were staying at, it was called the Wyndham. It was like right on the water, and it's right next to the harbor, and there were like so many enormous boats, like, that you could see, like, just from the window, like this big ass Princess cruise liner and whatever, and these 2 Japanese destroyers that stopped in for like an evening. Of course, the biggest attraction there was, of course, the Midway Museum. You know, that big ass aircraft carrier that I think was built for World War II, but by the time it was finished, the war was over. So, you know, they just kind of left it there, and now it's a museum. Most of what I saw was just like, you know, average city stuff. Although there is a restaurant on the way to the convention center. It's like this little barbecue called the Kansas City Barbecue. If that name sounds familiar, that's because it was one of the shooting locations for Top Gun, like the original Top Gun back in 1984. You know, the scene where Goose plays the piano and is singing "Great Balls of Fire" by Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah, it's that spot, and the piano is there. It doesn't work anymore because, you know, it's old as all hell, but you know, it was a pretty cool place to visit. Even though Top Gun is not one of my favorite movies, and I think most people would agree that the second movie is much better. Alright, so the actual convention itself. So, in a purely objective sense, everything was fine for me. Obviously, it was not fine for some people, like we discussed the Emiru assault thing and the VTuber gifts getting thrown out. And all the IRL streamers that were like wandering around and taping people, and which, you know, is, I guess, but like there's a thing called privacy, friends. I think this might be a good indicator to not let your expectations get too high, even when it's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, because, yeah, I was absolutely thrilled to be there, but at the same time, like, I'm 3,000 miles from home, I don't know anyone there, and by that I mean, like, I know famous streamers that will be there, and some I wanted to meet up with, and a few I did, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, I didn't have any friends that were there, and I'm someone who really, despite what it might seem like with how many people I've collabed with, and how many of you guys stop in and say all these friendly things, it is very, very, very hard for me to make friends with people I just met. Because it's really hard for me to even strike up a conversation. Like, I've mentioned how I'm on the autism spectrum, and I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and obsessive compulsive disorder, so I'm constantly worried what other people are going to think of me in real life. And I'm scared to, like, make connections or even strike up conversations, because I'm worried, like, people will either wonder, like, who the hell is this guy? What's he doing trying to strike up a conversation with me? Or in the case of, like, big streamers, they'll just be like, oh, that's cute. Now, shoo, peasant. Be gone, peasant. Out of my presence. Even, I mean, that's silly, of course. And no one did that. But at the same time, you know, even if I was in the presence of people that were, like, as like-minded with streaming as I was, I honestly never felt more scared and alone in my entire life. Yeah, I guess you could say it's huge social situations like this that make me regress from a 30-year-old man into a scared 7-year-old boy. Like, yeah, I fucking hate having anxiety disorders so much, man. It's ruined so many good opportunities, and I mean, overall, I would still say it was worth going, because I got to experience all these things and talk to a few people. So what did I get up to? Well, there was an arcade there, and I just jammed out on some games, including a lot of cool rhythm games, like one of the Taiko arcade games was there. That was fun. The old Guitar Hero arcade game that I swear no one has anymore was there, although the sound was, I guess, off for some reason, which is fine, but, like, I don't know, it's Guitar Hero. I want to hear them sick jams. There was also this one game that I'd never seen before called Groove Coaster, I think. It has, like, these two knobs that work as control sticks, and, like, you can shift them from side to side, and you can press the buttons on them, and you have to, like, sometimes they have to, like, wiggle them back and forth to keep the notes going, and that was pretty cool. Granted, for me, rhythm games live and die by their soundtracks, and the only songs I recognized on that game were from Undertale, so yeah. Yep, they had Megalovania, what about it? So, yeah, some meet and greet photos. There's me and Sarok, and the cute little Trash Panda VTuber. I say Trash Panda as though raccoons aren't cute, but they are cute. I think we've rated her a couple times. You guys remember her, right? The little raccoon with the purple hair. So she was really nice. Super glad I got to meet her. And, you know, she struck up some conversations and asked, you know, so how are you liking it? Did you get invited to any parties? And I said, well, no, I didn't get invited to any parties. And no, I didn't, because I have no social skills. But, you know, we just sort of shot the shit for a little bit. And, you know, just as a goof, I gave the monitor that she was displaying on a head pat. And she was just like, ah, what are you doing? Like all playfully and whatnot. You know, it was fun. I'm super glad I got to meet her. Alright, next up is... I did also meet Vil, VTubers I Love, and Ava Lamp, but they were super fun. They actually got engaged at the event, which is fantastic. I'm, like, really super happy for them. And, you know, we talked for a little bit. I did mention that I was there by myself and I didn't really know anyone, and Vil seemed a little concerned for a second, which was like really, you know, which is kind of heartwarming in a way. But, you know, we just chatted it up, and Ava gave me one of the D-Gen bracelets that she made for the event. Yeah, there they are real quick. That's Vil and that's Ava. Super sweet people. Happy I could meet them. Okay, yeah, there. Ava gave me that. Oh my. And yeah, I did manage to tell Ava the story of the No Warzone meme. And hey, she thought it was funny. Vil only caught like the last few moments of it. Although I did establish that, yeah, it's a joke and I don't mean anything by it. I congratulated them on their engagement, said it was nice to meet them, and yeah, Vil gave me a hug, which was cool. Like, he's such a friendly guy. Like, it's no wonder people get along with him so well.
Again, guys, come on, it's just me.
Vil, VTubers I Love.
Everyone's friend.
Okay, the big one. The big one. Yeah. Mousy. And yeah, I was stuttering the entire time. I couldn't get any proper sentences out because, you know, it's fucking Iron Mouse. I actually got to meet her. Albeit virtually, of course. But yeah, it was so cool to meet her. And like a little bit before I got my chance to say hello to her, she was like, oh, wait, guys, my mom's calling. If I don't answer, she's going to get really pissed.
Say his name, man.
Yes, I did. She did talk to me, non-bred. I mean, I kind of said, yeah, I said to her, like, yeah, I don't really have anything to say. I just wanted to come up and say hi. And she's like, yeah, it's okay. Don't be nervous. I'm just a goofy girl on the internet. Yeah. Did also meet Combat Cake Roll. I did not get a picture with her because I forgot because I was dehydrated and shit, but she gave me this and a really cute sticker. I think you guys remember her. She's the bear girl with the red and blue hair. She's super cute, super nice. I did get to meet her. We just kind of ran into each other at Artist Alley because she wasn't doing a meet and greet. We just kind of bumped into each other. And the last person I did get to meet, none other than Snake Mommy. Yeah, she did ask that I censor her face, which I have no problem doing, although she is absolutely lovely in person. Very, very... Yeah, and again, she's another person that I had a bit of... She looks... Yeah, don't start, Potato King, please don't. Yeah, because, you know, the cool thing is that we did manage to, like, I broke the ice a little bit with a few jokes and, like, Sun Eater. I'm just saying, I looked outside and it's still there, at which point Zolan, her husband, who was also there, but I didn't get a picture with him because I'm an idiot. He said, well, yeah, we had to put up a fake one. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say. And I did admit that meeting her was kind of scary. At which point she said, it's okay, I don't bite. And I said, I've been told you do. I'm pretty sure a certain celestial body would have a difference in opinion on that. I didn't say that bit, I should have said that though. But you know, we just hung out and talked and for like a minute, because this was like the end of the first day and they were getting ready to go because she'd done a short stream at the Capcom booth. Like, yeah, the tweet says I was really scared to meet her because, you know, like my first impression of her was her character, who is like, you know, the whole evil goddess thing. Despite the fact I just heard from everyone that in real life, she's the sweetest person in the world, and even though I only got a minute with her, I'm tempted to agree. There was quite a bit I wanted to talk about with her and Zolan. I didn't really get the chance because, like I said, they were getting ready to go, and they had like a busy weekend as it was, because she had the Gamer Subs meet and greet the very next day. Why is this playlist just full of Stranger Things knockoffs? Like, you hear that, right? Anyway, I did get in line to meet and greet with her and Tricky at the Gamer Subs booth the next day. Unfortunately, the line was really long, so they had to cut it off at some point, but thankfully, I was able to give her the Silver Strings pin that like, you guys remember how I had those pins made of my logo? How there were only like a couple of them, because they were samples. Like, one I kept for myself, one I gave to Potato King, one I gave to Sky Shocking, one I gave to Nombred, and the last one, thankfully, I managed to give to Vex. It was still like really, really cool to meet her. I hope it's not like a once-in-a-lifetime thing and that I will end up running into her again at some point. Oh, also, she gave me this.
Oh my god!
I do kind of regret not doing enough, because on the third day of the con, I was just so exhausted and I got blisters on my tootsies. I got blisters on my grippers! The block party. Okay, so I went there with a mission. I was going to sing at least one karaoke song, and I did manage to do that. It was Wherever You Will Go by The Calling. After that, I didn't know what to do with myself, because I just need Bianca and Tara with me. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like trying to tell the story, but also read your guys' comments at the same time. Yeah. I didn't see anyone I recognized, and even if I did see someone I recognized, I probably wouldn't. Because I had this lingering thought in the back of my mind after I met all those awesome people, especially Vil, Ava, Vex, and Zolan. I was thinking to myself, like, okay, well, I made my first impression. I said hello. If I go up to them afterwards, then it's gonna seem like I'm stalking them or something. Or, like, God, what if that first impression was so botched that they'll want nothing to do with me now? It's like, whatever. It's just another fan. Get him out of the way. Not that it mattered, because they weren't there anyway. Or at least I didn't spot them, and I was there for like 2.5 hours. 2.5 of the 3 hours that was going on, but I couldn't bring myself to talk to anyone or do anything. I was just like wandering up and down the streets, just trapped in my own head, like I was lost in Silent Hill or something. And Yeah, I was scared. Just thinking to myself that I was like, what am I even doing here? Like, even though I'm among people who are like of the same mindsets and like do all these cool things online and stream and whatnot, I was thinking to myself, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. Too hard on myself. Yeah, I am too hard on myself. Yeah. I guess that's the point. Like, if there's room for me to think that the things could have gone better, then I'll convince myself that I screwed it up. But ultimately, yeah, I do still think it was good for me. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I made those, well, I wouldn't say made those connections, but I'm glad I met those people and that I at least tried. I guess it was a learning experience overall, but like, I didn't want it to be a learning experience. I wanted it to be something fun that I could just relax and enjoy, but I couldn't relax the entire time. And it just kind of made me realize how much further I have to go to really get where I want to be. But TwitchCon ultimately, yeah, I do think it was worth going. I'm just not sure if I'd go again. Or if I do, I'd make some precautions. And people are already talking about Off-Kai and whatnot, and which, yeah, that one's a bit more anime-oriented, so VTubers generally have a better time there. I mean, I probably could go to that, but at the same time, like, now that I'm back from TwitchCon, I need to take the pot off the boil and start looking for proper work. Because I've been unemployed for almost a year now because I got laid off from my last job. Like a week before Christmas, which sucks. When you guys like tip or cheer bits or whatever, that's fantastic, and I'm eternally grateful for that. But like that's pocket change, ultimately, because Twitch takes a huge chunk of it. But yeah, doing this as a job takes a lot of work and branding and making connections that... Give me a sec. Oh, sneezes Christ. Yeah, it takes like a whole lot of work that I'm not really in a position to do just yet. I mean, I am trying to go harder on content creation, and with the exception of last Sunday, I have managed to upload something to my YouTube channel every single week, which I'm proud of. Like, I've been streaming for about a year and a half now, and we're over 200 followers. I have successfully funded a 2.0 model, and I put out 3 cover songs. That is not unimpressive by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm in this mindset where, like, it's not enough. Because I guess I'm thinking so hard about how I need to impress everyone that's higher on the totem pole. I thrive on human interaction. I thrive on you guys coming in, asking how my day was, telling me how your day was, and, you know, just feeling like I'm alive. I want to make more VTuber friends like Jin. Yeah, that's what I want to do too. Like, that's a thing that a lot of people worry about, is that people want to collab with them just for clout or something like that. But no, I genuinely think there's like awesome conversations to have with all these big VTubers that everyone looks up to. Yes, Potato King, you're friend. You've always been friend. You always will be friend. This friend. This title is friendship. Yeah, because we're all trying to make our way in the world, and, you know, you get by with a little help from your friends.